Africa sits on close to a third of the world's mineral reserves: gold, cobalt, uranium, oil, platinum, diamond, and still ranks among the poorest regions on Earth. That gap is not natural, it's engineered. When the wave of independence hit the continent, African leaders understood something the West understood too. A divided Africa gets extracted from. A united Africa sets its own terms. So Pan-Africanism wasn't just an idea, it was a threat to a system that was designed on taking Africa's wealth out faster than Africa could organize to keep it in. The West responded exactly how empires respond to threats to their income. Patrice Lumumba, Congo's first prime minister, was assassinated in 1961 in an operation tied to Belgium and the CIA. Sylvanus Olympio, Togo's first president, was killed in 1963 after trying to pull the country out of the French monetary system and mint an independent currency. Félix Roland Mimie, a Cameroonian independence leader, was poisoned by French intelligence in 1960. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president and the architect of the Pan-African movement, was removed in a 1966 coup backed by the United States. Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary president, was assassinated in 1987 in a coup backed by France. 5 leaders, 5 countries, one pattern. Every single one of them was building towards African economic sovereignty, and every single one of them was removed by the same 3 governments: France, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Because it was never just about politics. Take Niger. France has been mining uranium in Niger since 1965. For decades, close to a fifth of electricity powering homes in France came from that uranium, from the colony that they said they let be independent. Niger, the country it came out of, has one of the lowest electrification rates on the entire planet. They took the power and left the country in the dark. For years, watchdog groups and Oxfam found France's own nuclear company paying Niger below market royalties on its own uranium it was extracting. The same company made €500 million in profit mining uranium in Kazakhstan while barely breaking even in Niger. Same resources, same company, different country, different return. Niger was never allowed to renegotiate as a byproduct of colonialism until 2023, when Niger's government revoked France's operating license on one of the largest uranium deposits on Earth, expelled French troops, cut the military agreements, and left the French-aligned regional bloc entirely. And what happened next should tell you everything. Sanctions, no-fly zone, frozen central bank assets, the threat of military intervention to reverse it. Strip away the modern packaging, and it's the same playbook as 1961. They didn't send an assassin this time, they just sent a blockade. The goal never changed: keep African governments from controlling the terms on their own resources. Burkina Faso's prime minister right now served under Thomas Sankara before France backed the coup that killed him. And Burkina Faso's president, Ibrahim Traoré, is being painted across Western media as a dangerous strongman for doing exactly what Sankara did, refusing to let his country's wealth keep leaving on someone else's terms. Pan-Africanism didn't fail. It was assassinated, sanctioned, and blockaded one generation at a time until the West thought it had won. But the alliance of the Sahel states is the same fight, just rooted around the old checkpoints, around the currency, around the military bases, around the mining contracts nobody was ever supposed to question. They killed the man. They didn't kill the idea. Pan-Africanism isn't history. It's unfinished business that is still alive in Africa today. I always talk about the fallout of colonization and how that exists in the Americas and us as a byproduct of the colonized and on the continent of Africa, and how neo-colonization still controls much of their development. I mean, if you can keep people undeveloped and you can lie about their history and you can control their resources, you control the wealth. And as always, stay black, stay blessed.